So welcome guys and happy Sunday. As we all know, we are approaching the end of October. I can literally hardly believe it. I know for you guys who've been like following what I've been doing, I've been away an awful lot this past kind of month, the Marbella trip, and then I was off to Arizona, which was obviously absolutely incredible. And there were some amazing nuggets that I took away. So what I actually want to share with you guys today is actually just kind of really coming back to basics, which was actually quite a lot of what was shared in Arizona, just really, about the most important thing of all, right? With what we do here, it's about getting results for people and creating an environment where it's super fun. They're loving it. They want to come back for more, whether or not they're coaches or customers. Just really giving them that initial really enjoyable experience. And the reason why I think it's so important for our team in particular is that, for you guys who've been in the team for quite some time, you know that personally my forte and strength is kind of building a team, and that will come with time if you're quite new. But if you're quite new, or maybe you don't ever really want to build a team, the most important thing to get really good at and start there is to be amazing at running a challenge group. And I know this was something that Carl shared a lot of in Arizona. He was also talking a lot about the importance of having a blend. As you build your business, the most kind of successful people are the people that have a blend of challengers and coaches. And challengers, for those of you guys who are quite new, are people who are just customers, right? They're not working the business. However, they may well want to do that in time. So I think it's just really important for this team. I know we've got quite a lot of new people. I know also that for us, like a lot of you guys, even coaches, we went into Morning Meltdown, and because I had been part of the test group, I ran that, which has been amazing. Personally, my challenge with that is it's a 100-day kind of program. That is quite tricky, if I'm being honest, to run people through, because after about kind of 20-25 days, like people's motivation dips, you try and change it up, and it's quite challenging. And I'll be perfectly honest about that so that you guys can kind of take that feedback. It doesn't mean you can't do something similar, but that's kind of the personal challenge. And I think it's so important to constantly change things up. I know we've got some people on the call who kind of run their own. But what I want to kind of talk about today is just heading into November and December with literally fire under your backside, because this is the time of the year, guys, where a lot of people, coaches, people in general, think to themselves, do you know what? I'm approaching the end of the year. No one's going to want to get fit. I'm just going to take my foot off the gas. And that is the biggest mistake you could ever make. And I'm going to explain the reasons why from my own personal experience. This time last year was the moment that I was accelerating hard, okay? I'd gone to San Diego in November. I'd gone to meet, exactly, Elaine. I'd gone to meet Claire, and that was kind of a decision off my own back. That was kind of £1,000 down the pan, not down the pan, but for me, like, I didn't come from investment mindset. I came from scarcity mindset, and I just said to my husband, do you know what, should I just do this? And he was like, do it. If you think it's going to work, do it. And do you know what? I was terrified. And I know Laura's probably sitting there thinking, yeah, that's exactly where you want to be. You want to be terrified. Whatever it is you're doing, make sure there's terror with the next step you take in your business. And the reason why you want to have terror is that if you're in your comfort zone, you aren't going to grow. You aren't going to continue to see this trajectory in your business, and you aren't going to continue to see success. So whatever it is you've been doing, make a commitment and decision today that you are going to do whatever it is that gives you that terror and that fear, because that is where you're going to grow, and that is where you are going to see unbelievable success. What I will say about this time of the year is that this time of the year is, as I said, people are taking their foot off the gas. Remember, people's eyes are on us though, right? They're at work, they're like reaching November, December, they're feeling like, oh, do you know what? I just can't wait for Christmas. They're on their social media, they're taking their foot off the pedal. And you better bet if your foot's on the pedal and you're showing up consistently, and you've got this energy and this enthusiasm, and you're talking about how amazing your challenge group is, and you've invented it yourself, and you've made it yours, and it's your baby, I can guarantee that if they don't enroll in November and they don't enroll in December, they are going to come crashing through your door in January. And the reason why I say that is that that's exactly what I did. Okay. So November was okay-ish. December was one of the best months I've ever had, contrary to belief. I had so many people banging down my door. And coming to January, I think I hit Success Club 38. That is the highest month I have ever had, because people were watching me and I had such enthusiasm. I was having a great time. And I think that's the thing. Like, if you show that you are having a great time, people are going to get such FOMO, they're just going to want to join you. So get on live video workouts with other people in the team. Like, I know I put it out there, I'm like, anyone want to do a workout? Embrace the team, because the team and the FOMO and you showing up on that Zoom workout with somebody else is the reason why they're going to want to join you, because you're having fun, you're a team, you've got that community, and people want to be a part of it. So if, like, I'm sharing a link and it doesn't work for you, try and find someone. If it's like not here in the UK, like, you know, share it in our team page. Anyone want to do a Zoom workout at X time? Like, I'd love to do it. Just be that leader for yourself. If you haven't stepped into that role, get into the team page. Like, if it's something uplifting and enthusiastic and it's something positive for the team, I want you to share it. I want that team page to be a positive energy, resource sharing place where we can all thrive off each other. I don't want to just be the person in there kind of saying X and saying Y. I want you guys to take ownership, be that leader as well, and let yourself shine, because it isn't just my place. Like, I want nothing more for you guys than for you to embrace that space as well. That means everything to me. And that kind of leads me into just talking about what's going on with that team page. So Claire is working now full time. She's kind of taking a bit of a step back from the coaching. She's just doing boot camps now. She's been through an enormous amount of personal turmoil in her life. So she has decided that she's taking a step back from that page. And I just wanted to tell you guys that, just so that you know that's what's going on. This is our page, this is our team, and I want you to embrace it. I want you to feel comfortable in there. I want you to share trainings you've seen. I want you to share ideas you've got. You know, don't just rely on me, because yes, my ideas, I like to think they're great, but the ideas that I have may well not be great ideas in the same vein as something, you know, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. And I think it's really important to recognize that with the character types, that I'm going to have stuff that I'm going to be strong at, and I'm going to have stuff that I'm going to be weak at, and vice versa. So I want you guys to share that, okay? Moving on to the challenges. So, like, we've got some coaches here who are brand new, some who are seasoned, some who've been a coach for a little while but maybe haven't done their own challenge group and kind of taken it by the horns. So I'm just going to kind of explain to you like a suggested strategy, so that hopefully it helps. So Carl at Leadership was talking a lot about nutrition, and actually he spoke to me about it in Spain as well. And if you guys haven't done Ultimate Portion Fix, then I strongly advise you do it. Purely because our results, 80% of them, and our challenges results will come from the nutrition. And I know a lot of the feedback we're getting, certainly in my bootcamp, is nutrition is the biggest struggle. If we just get people in on Beachbody On Demand Challenge Pack, and they're doing the programs, but they're loving them, but they're not getting the results, ultimately because they're not being held accountable to a nutrition program that is, you know, devised by the best nutritionists in the States. It's fail-safe macro portion control. It's not boring. You can see yourself through that holiday season. Embrace that. And I say to you, like, make the decision to do a nutrition-based boot camp. You know, if you're not comfortable with that, come and join mine, but please do it. Because again, people moving through November and December, they're going to be on the fucking struggle bus. They're going to be eating all the things. They're going to reach January and they're going to feel like double crap, aren't they? And actually, if we've got a way of holding them to account, not in a like, you've got to eat this, you've got to eat that, but in a way that they can try to be a little bit more healthy through this season and do the programs, they are going to be so in love with Beachbody and what we have to offer that there's no way they would ever want to do anything else. And I would say to you, if you're a coach who's done these programs, but you've never kind of really got those results that you know you've seen other people get, then do it. Like I did Ultimate Portion Fix kind of from the perspective when I started as a new coach. The containers were included, and we got all of those kind of that nutrition guide with it. So that was actually, when I was thinking about this the other day, and this is why I wanted to share it, that was one of the reasons that I fell so in love with this, because I did the 21-day fix, and after 2 weeks, my body had never looked the way that it had in all my life. Like, I've always been kind of skinny fat, like weight loss is not a problem of mine. But I'd always been skinny fat. I'd always had this slight belly that I would always look at those girls with a super toned stomach and be like, I can never, like, that's always going to be my problem area. It's never going to change. Yeah. Like Kelly's saying she lost her weight on the 21-day fix. And that's the thing, like, talking about nutrition is obviously really important, and 21-day fix was pioneered by Autumn Calabrese. She's the one that pioneered Ultimate Portion Fix. So, I don't know how you want to run your boot camps, guys. You might want to run the nutrition and the boot camp together. You might want to run them separately. And if you're not ready, which I strongly will call you out on that, because I say anybody's ready, you've just got to kind of jump into the fire. You're welcome to come into mine. But I would just say, choose how you do your boot camp. Okay, so you could make it generic. So my one is called Slay the Day Your Way. Like, I just came up with that name. I quite like it. I've fallen in love with the name, and so I'm excited about it, because I'm like, it's new and it's fresh and it's fun. Get excited about whatever it is you're doing. I suggest, although this, like, it's up to you guys, but this is what Carl was saying, start your prep week on Monday the 4th of November and go into the boot camp on the 11th. The reason for that is that people are getting paid around now. They're going to hit the end of October. If you hit them with a prep week on Monday, the 4th of November, you can get those people on their payday. You can get them into that prep week, and you can get them into a new boot camp on the 11th. So you run them through the programs. And if you're super terrified about how that looks, literally Beachbody Coach Office is incredible. I didn't even realize this until not that long ago. You go in, you go, like, say if you're doing Morning Meltdown Bootcamp, you just type it in and it comes up with all of the day's plans. You copy and paste the text, slap it into your bootcamp and create the visuals. It is so easy. Like, there's an Ultimate Portion Fix one, there'll be a 21-day fix one. Like, it's incredible. And yeah, Kelly's saying there's even a pic to go with it. So, like, if you're super tight on time, like, I work my business, I'll be honest, probably about 5 or 6 hours a day. And I know that for the most part, I've got more time available to me than you guys, but it doesn't mean you can't do it. Yeah, like, if you need to cheat, do it. The other app I'm going to tell you about is WordSwag, which I know the guys who are quite kind of experienced coaches in here, we use it all the time. It's an app that you can download to your phone. It's called WordSwag. They even have images, stock images you can use. You write the text in your phone. It's super easy. You can even take your own images in, slightly like brighten them so that you can see the text, and do your daily check-ins. Like, if your Stump Fridays, look at my Morning Meltdowners group. Like, you could do it on a theme. So Motivation Monday, Transformation Tuesday, that kind of thing. Or you could do something specific if you're going to do a program-led boot camp. And that's entirely up to you. But I will tell you, the reason why I saw success in my business when I started, and I always hit Success Club, was because from literally day 4 of the training, I was like, okay, she's telling me to set up a challenge group. I'm going to set up a challenge group. I set up a challenge group in Facebook. It's not that hard to set up, I promise you. I'm a complete dinosaur when it comes to tech. I know you won't believe me, but genuinely I am. And when it comes to anything new, it scares the shit out of me. Yes, and Elaine, you can schedule your posts in Facebook. So you could do all the check-ins and schedule them all for your entire bootcamp if your time's going to be short. What was I saying? That just threw me off for a second. Yeah, so don't kind of come up with excuses. Just get organized. I know, like, Donna is the queen. She's not on here. She's probably like busy doing some like 10-minute power pocket something. She is the queen of like timing out her time. She works full time in commercial property marketing. She often is flying all over the country. She has, I think her daughter's just over 1, like maybe approaching 18 months. She's just qualified as a PT. She's a coach. She hits Success Club. She organizes and schedules her post at the weekend. And she still has time for her husband. So, where there's a will, there's a way, guys. And I just want you to call yourself out on any excuses that you're giving yourself as to why you haven't done it, if you haven't done it, and get excited. Because when I started that initial challenge group, the first thing I thought was, oh crap, no one's going to join my bootcamp, and this is going to be really embarrassing because I'm talking about the start dates in my stories and I've made all the visuals, and now I'm terrified because I've got to find people to go in here. And it was super uncomfortable. I can even remember the feeling of like the churning in my stomach of feeling sick, of like, oh God, what have I done? Like, this is really embarrassing. All my friends are watching me. This is a new thing. I'm advertising a boot camp. I'm not going to get anyone in there. And do you know what? I've got 3 people in it. Because when you put fire under your ass and you set yourself a deadline, you damn well do it. So if you haven't done that, please do it. Spend time thinking about, you know, what colors do you want to use? Like, have a little, like, it literally takes 5 minutes. Get a pen and paper, set a timer for 5 minutes. And I can promise you, even just writing down some names of what you're going to call it, you're going to start to get excited. Did I pay for my bootcamp ad? No. Boot camps in this team, like, unless anyone else is going to say something here, I never promote my boot camps in the perspective of putting money into it. I just talk about it in my stories. I talk about the fact it's coming up. I'll say one thing, like, and this was something that Danielle de Bernardo said in the team page, and it's so, so true. And you'll see me doing it with coaching. She said, she had her most successful month, and Mackenzie was asking her why she had her most successful month. And Danielle said, I had a call to action in my stories and I spoke about my bootcamp every single day. And I didn't worry about, you know, oh, people are going to unfollow me because all I talk about is the freaking boot camp. She spoke about it, and I think she hit like Success Club 30. So if you think you're talking about something too much, you're not talking about it enough, unless you're talking about it every day. So get excited, go on your video stories, share the excitement, because the excitement is the FOMO, okay? And if you're like, oh, I've got this boot camp starting, it's going to be really fun, no one's going to join you, right? So get excited about it. The only way you're going to get excited about it is if you start doing those visuals yourself, you start planning it, you start looking in the coach office and really getting excited and thinking about, am I going to do 21-day fix? Am I going to do the work? Or am I going to do a generic one? And if you're worried you're going to get no one in there, guys, you can always come into my boot camp as a little backstop. But I'd prefer that you didn't have backstop, because I can promise you it will be amazing. So think about that. The other thing that was mentioned at leadership, as I think you guys hopefully all know by now, the work is available for purchase in the back office for us. So you have to purchase that. I don't think it goes onto the platform until maybe it's March. And then on the 3rd of December, Bar Blend is available for all coaches to purchase, which is it's the program that I tried in Arizona. It was absolutely incredible. It's all kind of ballet and bar based. I can tell you that a lot of the coaches did that with their Fitbits on, and they burnt more calories than they do in Morning Meltdown. And we were all more knackered from Bar Blend than we were the work. So, you know, just think about that. Think about a long-term strategy for your boot camps as well. So yes, like I would say, get your prep week in full swing for the 4th of November. Start doing the visuals today or tomorrow. Start talking about it in your stories now. You want a 2-week lead up at least. If you're talking a week before, it's too late. So you want to talk about it every day. So I'm talking about the coaching right now. My academy starts on Monday. And once Monday's through, I'm going to be talking about my boot camp for like the next 10 days. And I'm really going to be building excitement. And for me, that's a strategy, because I want boot campers, whether they come in as a discount coach or as a customer or even as a coach, coming through this period where typically people they've got more time, they're kind of thinking about the holidays, they're kind of falling off a bit, because I want that opportunity to really build their trust, so that when I come into January and I'm like, this team is going for it this year, I think you'll be amazing at coaching, I'm going to have a whole funnel of people who are going to have such an amazing experience in the boot camp that they're all going to be banging down the door to get started with us in January. And that's exactly what I did last year. So do not rest on your laurels now. The other thing I would say is that what I am going to do from the beginning of November is I'm going to have a business builder page. And that is going to be for the girls that hit Success Club. And that will be like literally just sharing more detailed resources, more one-on-one stuff from me. And the reason for that is so that I can give you guys more of my time, but obviously give that time to the people who are helping 3 people get started each month. So I know we've got, like, I'm literally just going to share my screen really quickly. Here it is. We've got quite a few people who are really close. So let me just present it 1 second. That was the other update I meant to tell you about. So we've got Kelly and Haley, super close, Tasha, pretty close, Julie, Heather and Sarah. and then Laura and Donna have already done it. So just think about it. Like, this isn't to make you feel in any way bad. This is just to say it, like, now, again, this time of the month, like, I know, like, sometimes we reach this time of the month, we're like the 26th, we've got 5 days to go, and we can often think, and I've been there, I may as well give up and just focus on November. No, like, now is the time that everyone is around. All of those seeds that you've been sowing, you can start to get them excited about these new programs that are coming up, about your new bootcamp that's coming up, and get them in, because I'll tell you, like, now is the time that you're going to get people in for October, and you're going to really start to build for November. So start to build that excitement. I've just seen something in here. Yeah, bar I'm so excited for. And I think bar is going to be amazing, because I think, I don't know if you guys agree, like, Morning Meltdown's been amazing, but I think for a lot of people looking at us, they think, how do I do 100 workouts? And then the work, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to enjoy it, probably like athletes. But I think bar blend is going to appeal to, you know, it's really fashionable right now. It's going to be for kind of all abilities, people who potentially had injuries. It's much softer. For those of you who are helping 3 people a month but not hitting Success Club, I haven't thought about that, Lisa, so I have to let you know. So yeah, like, that's the other thing that I wanted to mention here as well. With these challenges, like, so you can get people in with a challenge pack, which is 2 Success Club points. And you can also get people in meeting them where they are. And this is something that I really want you guys to focus on. So if you're asking people what their goals are, asking them what their biggest struggle is, you know, asking them what kind of exercise they enjoy, make sure when you're talking to these people about these boot camps, you're making sure you're finding out what is in it for them, not word vomiting on them, getting them to give you the information, because then we are best placed to advise them on what program is going to suit them. And then the best solution, as we all know, is the challenge pack, because they're going to be more likely to get the overall results. They're going to be more likely to stick with it, because they're going to be having that Shakeology, which we all know we love. But if somebody's got like financial issues, or they're not quite sure, or they don't trust us yet, and I know like Lisa's been doing really well with this, so's Donna, I think Kelly has too. What we're doing, and I'm offering this out as well, I've got one out at the moment, is offering people quarterly Beachbody on demand, because the first 14 days are free. So if you've got someone who's like, I'd really like to do it, but money is a massive struggle, and you're asking them, you're trying to overcome their objections, like, when do you think you'd be ready? And they're saying, oh, I think I'd be ready like maybe after Christmas. At that point, that's the point you want to say, well, how about you try 14 days free? There's nothing to pay. We can chat like on the 12th day, see where you are, see how you like it. That gives them access to all of the programs. And if they do end up getting quarterly Beachbody on demand, I've forgotten how much it is in commission, but if you start to really build those, like I put a slide in the team page a little while ago, that's going to really start to build your income. So I think that's kind of the biggest thing I've learned. There's been a real shift in the way that people are operating their businesses over the past kind of 6 months, when it was like people did a lot of research on like income and stuff like that. And if you're focusing just on challenges, this isn't to do with coaching, because if you're getting coaches into the business, they need to be getting challenge packs. But if you're getting customers and you want to primarily start to help customers and challenges and build from there, the volume that you can earn, which essentially turns into income, is higher on an average. So like, I think with the challenge pack you get, is it 90 PV? And then if you were to, yeah, it's 90 PV on a challenge pack. After the 14 days, the price is £40 or $40. What was I going to say? And I've forgotten what the volume is for a quarterly Beachbody on demand. If somebody knows that off the top of their head, please let me know. But the visual is in the team page. But it's these like subtle differences that you can really see in your business when you really start to ask people what they want. Like, what's their struggle? Would they like to try some Energize, some pre-workout? Do they struggle to motivate themselves? Do they struggle to have the energy before they work out? Then they need Energize, right? It's not us trying to sell them something. It's us trying to find the solution for the problem that they have. So always think about it like that. You know, if they're like, oh, I've tried working out, but I get really sore, which is often a problem. People say, I can't work out every day because I get too tired, my muscles get too sore. Well, then we've got the perfect solution, which is Recover, which is slow, medium, and fast release proteins I've personally had it all the way through Morning Meltdown. I've not once had DOMS, like at all, which I can't believe because leg day used to literally cripple me. And Tiff, who's on the call, is a prime example. Is she gone? Oh no, she is. I thought you'd gone. She is still here. How many weeks have you been a coach now? Two and a bit? You can just type it in the, yeah, 2. She's enrolled 5 girls for her challenge group, all with 14-day quarterly bods. So I'm super proud of her. I shouted her out earlier on, but just know that your challenge group doesn't necessarily have to be challenge packs, albeit that is going to be the best way to start to earn more, start to get people on the complete journey. But if that's not going to work for them, then come back and meet them where they are. Yeah, you're smashing it, Tiff. So I hope that's helpful, but please come away from this call, have a strategy for what you're going to do today. Maybe if you're going to bed early because you'll work early tomorrow, like set some time aside and promise me you're going to do it. Because when people say to me, oh, I'm not seeing success, I don't know why it's not working for me, a lot of the time I'm not seeing that you're actually not doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is leading a challenge group, like being the example that they want to see, like helping them. We want to help them get results, whether that's for their mindset, whether that's just because they've got anxiety or they're just feeling rubbish. Like, let's get them results, but we can't get them results if we're not being that leader for them. If they can't see us being that leader in the stories from the perspective of running a challenge group, that's all it is really. Then when you ask them if they want to get fit with you, they're going to be like, okay, cool. They're not going to really trust you because they can't see you doing those things. So they're likely to go to somebody else who they can see doing those things. And I think one last thing that I just want to say is, remember what this has brought to your life. Like, whether it's the coaching, and I'm not saying don't do coach call to actions. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the measure. So like, if you have coach strategies, make sure that's built into your plan so that you're promoting for the coaching and for the boot camps. But just remember how you feel about these programs and why you're still here and why you love this and why you fell in love with the programs, which is why you fell in love with the community. That's what people need to fall in love with. So try to, yeah, there you go. So Lisa's just said that's how she got one of her customers this month, because she transferred from another coach who was doing nothing. Yeah, like, it's all well and good us going, great, I've got Challenger, I've got coach. And then if they come into our business or they come into our challenge group and they're like, then what's the point? You've just wasted your time. So think about it. Are you really giving them that service that you would want to see, or that maybe you saw when you came in? Like, are you sharing that excitement? Are you excited? And I can promise you, if you're not feeling excited, the very fact that you're going to start getting excited is going to make you feel amazing, and you're going to fall in love with this business all over again. Yeah, and I haven't seen Lisa's visuals. I've seen her visual for her bootcamp page, and I do love it. I need to check out her story visuals. But yeah, like, these visuals that we're talking about for the stories, guys, don't need to take an awful lot of time, as I've said. Like, WordSwag is great if you've just got your phone. Canva is fantastic if you're going to do it on your computer. And what you can do just to make it easy is, like, I often will make a visual and then make a copy in Canva, and then you just edit the font, and that will go through all your call to actions, and it will be a generic theme. So once you've made one, it's not that difficult. But just really think about, what you want to achieve by the end of this year and how you're going to get there. And that should involve a challenge group. And this was something that I am not the best at, but I am doing it now. And I know for a lot of you who are like, I kind of fly by the seat of my pants a lot. I'm an organized mess, so it might appear organized, but I don't often have it all in a calendar. That's my character type. I'm a red. If you sit down with your calendar again tomorrow, this probably will take you 10, 15 minutes, really, if you break it down. Look at the rest of the year and look at what you're going to do and what you're going to call people to action on. Are you going to have a boot camp start date on the 11th with prep week on the 4th? What program are you going to do? Or is it going to be generic? And then what are you going to do after that? Because, guys, if you start to have a plan for how this is going to roll out, you're going to start to get excited. You're going to start to get confident, because confidence comes with knowledge. And if you're inviting someone to something and you don't know where the heck you're going to put them, and actually you don't have the confidence that you've got something great to offer them, you're not going to invite with conviction, and you're not going to get people on board because they're going to sense that you're kind of like, cool, okay, join me. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put you. So think about that. So yeah, just think about what you want to do. Like I'm not going to do it with the launch of Monthly Fix. I'm doing Ultimate Portion Fix through the festive season, through November and December. But like, if that's what you want to do, go for it. That's the other thing. Thanks, Kelly, for reminding me. The Ultimate Portion Fix and To Be Mindset, I don't know if you saw in the team page, but that is going to be available at a monthly cost of, I think it's £20 from December, which is going to be amazing because for some people, they don't want that initial bulk cost of a program. So to be able to run them through that is also amazing to help them get results. So I hope that's been helpful. Has anyone got any questions? Please unmute yourself if you do, or type in the chat. Was that Kelly waving her hand? No. Was there anything anyone wants to ask?
No, but while I'm here, am I unmuted?
Yeah.
We were talking about promoting before, and I've only ever promoted for
your reception
for coaches. So
you've only ever promoted for coaches, yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. You dropped out for a second.
Sorry, my signal's bad here.
No, don't worry.
So I have just ran a Facebook promotion for coaches.
Yeah.
An Instagram promoted post, and they have both been like the worst I have ever had in terms of applications. But I think if you're going to promote for a boot camp, like a paid ad, Facebook would be the way to do it. But I don't necessarily think you need to pay, and it's a bit cheaper on Facebook as well. So, but it's a bit of a trial and error, I think, if anyone's thinking of doing it. Lisa's quite good at knowing how Facebook.
Yeah, Lisa's good on the old Facebook.
Just I need to figure out why those two ads didn't work too well. Bizarre.
It might be that what was going on behind the scenes, Kelly. I know when I had Jumper, my promoted post went like bomb.
Well, they've not been on it.
No, but it might have affected that to now. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. Like I know when through that period, my promos didn't do so. Like I did a promo over the past couple of days and I got 20 applications, which is higher than it's been for me in a long time.
Yeah, so Facebook, I've had 70 leads, which is great.
Yeah,
but I email them and then I get no applications, so it's not great. Yeah. Like it's just like, ugh. So
conversion.
Yeah, and then I've had probably like 5 or 6 apps through.
That's good. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's still like
the one.
It's
better than nothing, but it's not great. No,
not
when I had like 35 in my pair.
Yeah. That went really well, but I haven't had one go that well for so long. I'm just going to answer this question from Tiff. I've got a 6-week boot camp coming up on Monday. What should I run after that? That's a very difficult question. Like, let me just look at the diary because I don't even know where 6 weeks is away from now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just before Christmas. You could do 21-day fix. I don't know what you're doing now. I mean, Bar Blend will be available. Maybe just like you don't need to lock that one in right now, Tiff. You're like brand new to it. So just maybe like see how it goes for a couple of weeks and start to think about what you're going to do. But I would just say with these boot camps, having a fresh new look every month, I think is really important. And I've learned that with Morning Meltdown. Like that was a struggle with that being a 100 workout program. Oh, perfect. Well, that's perfect. So you're going to do, okay, so that makes sense. That really makes sense, Tiff, with 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme. Those two programs go perfectly one to the other and you can keep people through the program. Yeah, great idea. Laura, do you have a Facebook group or Facebook page for boot camp? A Facebook group. Yeah, I don't really know what the difference is, but it's a group. Well, I do know what the difference is. I would do a group because then you can, I don't really know how it would work with a page. I've never done it with a page. Yeah, closed group, as Kelly said. The other thing that you can do, sorry, someone was talking. Who was talking?
I was talking.
Oh, hi.
Hey. No, I think I was just asking. The reason it sounds like a stupid question, but because I have a business anyway, I have a Facebook page and I also have a Facebook group. Now, if I have a Facebook page and I do an ad there, I can promote it, but through Facebook group, I couldn't promote a post. That's what I was thinking.
I would just
unless there is I'm like a dinosaur as well, unless anyone knows how to promote.
I don't think so, but it doesn't mean that you couldn't use the visuals from your group and create a promoted post. It just wouldn't link the two together, but I don't think that necessarily matters, because that's what we do with like the coaching promotions on Facebook. You can just find a visual, so you could use the visual from the group and promote that.
You can link your group to your page so that when somebody lands on your page, they see that you've got a group. And you can keep that group closed so they can request to join it. I've had loads of people from my ad request to join my Facebook group.
That's a good idea.
Does that make sense? So you can, yeah, you got it, Laura. The brain's ticking.
Yeah. And Lisa, yeah, that's a really good idea. 80-day obsession after 21-day fix extreme is amazing, Tiff. It is. I've done that 80-day obsession and I'm glad I did it. You're a PT, so it's probably up your street, I should think. The other thing I'm going to quickly mention, and Kelly may well want to chip in here because she's the queen of this, free groups. Free groups are amazing, and Kelly has actually got a strategy that she's been adopting, so I might just hand it over to Kelly and let her share because it's been working amazingly, and I have a free group but I haven't been that consistent in it, so I'm going to let Kelly talk.
Oh God, thanks. So yeah, it did go really well. I'd seen, I don't know how it came about, but I'd seen a couple of training videos on YouTube, and I can dig them out and put them in.
Yeah, share them in the page.
I put them in the page in a bit. Yeah. And it was a couple of the top coaches in the network from the US, and they'd been running this strategy for their boot camps and for coaches. And it was, they'd look at the first, so say the first Thursday of the month. So let's go November will be the 7th. That's not a great one because it's quite far into it on the 7th. So like the start of November, they'll promote for a few days for a free group. The free group will run the following Monday for 5 days. And as soon as that starts, they're promoting a boot camp, like a paid one. And then when that's started, the following week, they promote their coach academy or mentorship or whatever it is. So they've got this natural funnel of interest in free stuff, and then they go to buy. So you could offer them a challenge pack or bod, or even get them on the 2 weeks free bod at the start of the month, and then talk about converting them like further down the line. And basically one of the coaches was saying she kind of hit the rest of her Success Club points that she was always aiming for, like Success Club 30, like around the middle of the month. And that was her strategy. So I did that last month and it worked really well. Really, really well. I think I had like 15 people go into my free group around facing your fears, and it was just little bits of personal development that I picked up, little tidbits, went live a couple of times, scheduled a few of the posts, and then kind of started promoting the rest of the stuff. And I've got people in onto bod, and then I've done 2 coaches as well. So
Yeah, and Kelly's done like amazingly with that, like amazingly. And I know Liz Dowse, she built her entire like start up her business through free group, and a lot of coaches do. And actually, there was a time, I don't actually know what happened. It just kind of drifted off. I had a free group going. I was putting regular content in there. And at some point this year, probably when I went to Summit, something like that, I just completely forgot about it and just dropped it, which is not what you want to do. Definitely not what you want to do. But think about what I'm going to pick that back up on the basis of what Kelly said as well, because I really need to. But think about what you love. Like if you love physical exercise and you want to offer PT tips or something like that, or let that be your jam, and let that be your jam in your boot camp, your paid boot camp as well. If you're all into mindset and motivation and I don't know, motivational quotes, share that, or share a personal development piece. What Kelly said there is so crucial. And this is one of the reasons I share all my personal development, my stories, is that you are sowing seeds in your coaches to be's heads, right? They're going to pick up that book. They're going to start reading it. They're going to change their mindset. They're going to go, oh, do you know what? She says I can do it. And this book says I can do it too. I can do it. Okay, I'll do the coaching, right? So you're sowing seeds, okay? So share your journey. Like Kelly is actually going to go live on our team page, the Leadership Live, this coming Thursday, just about positioning herself on social media and really just being raw and authentically herself, right? Kelly won't mind me sharing, but she's a recovering, essentially alcoholic. What was that? Have I messed it up? I'm so sorry.
A recovering fuck up.
No, that's not true. So she authentically and openly shares that, right? Which is her getting vulnerable. And I'm not saying if you're new that you're going to do that tomorrow, okay? But if you look at Kelly's social media and you look at the way she positions herself, she is her through and through. She's her through and through in her like free groups as well. Unashamedly herself. People, you know, some people might not love it. Some people do love it. And that's, if you can get to that point, guys, where you actually reach the point where you're like, do you know what? I'm so me. I know that I'm Marmite. And I know I'm Marmite. You either love me or hate me. Well, that's fine. I don't care. People don't like me. They can bugger off. I don't want them in my team anyway, or in my challenges. So embrace who you are. Be a projection of that in your free group. Don't try and be beige, right? No one likes beige. And just be who you are. So like whatever that is for you, like you might not be big into mindset. You might be all into the programs and you love like one particular program and you're, I don't know, sharing a move or sharing a top tip, or you love the nutrition and you're just going to share like an amazing recipe that you cooked, whatever it might be. But the more that you can show you, the more that you're going to attract your tribe. And yes, you're going to scare people away, but that doesn't matter because you don't want everyone. And Kelly's so good at doing that. And obviously like her success this month is very much based on that. So thank you for saying that, Kelly.
Thank you. I will remind me to put the links in because I'll forget.
Yeah, and then maybe just do it on Thursday when you do your Leadership Live. It would probably be a good time to do it.
It's half term, so it's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, that might not work. Just let me know.
No, it's fine. He'll be fine. I'll just put him in front of the TV for a bit.
Oh, how did you get people to the free group, Kelly?
I just promoted it on my stories and I talked about it like a crazy lady. Like I literally thought I was doing everybody's head in. And yeah, you don't. They need to see it like over and over and over. But the thing I think about it was I was really excited about it.
And I was about to say, the one shift I've seen in Kelly is her excitement. Like her dance offs, like she's just going for it. And people are like, they want to be a part of that. So whatever it is, it might not be dance offs, might not be that. But yeah, like sharing your enthusiasm for what you have to offer, people are going to be like, wow, she's really excited about that. Must be great. Yeah, just maybe type it in the box so people can just write it down maybe. Oh yeah, so like the dance offs, guys, if you want to be a part of it, just like I try and remember everyone's Instagram handle as I'm tagging you guys. So if you want to just put your Instagram handles in here, and then if you're somebody who hasn't tagged that person, maybe just write that Instagram handle down now. I can't even talk. Write their Instagram handle down.
I did a poll on my dance off saying who wants to be tagged, and it was like tag me or tag me. So,
Yeah,
like,
I love that too.
so now I have a note in my phone of those people who do, because I'll keep doing that poll, and they go on. So you know how you can go into your stories and add like with the @ and you can
Yeah.
search his name, put it in. So they go in as like a text thing, so they're separate because they're not actually part of the crew yet. So it's like, well, you're in here until you come into the inner circle.
And also, do you know what I'm thinking? If you ask people if they want to be tagged in a dance off, they're people who are going to want to be in a free group, right? Like if they want to be in a dance off for working, they're going to want to be in a free group. So it's a great way to start to like build names, which I'm sure is what you've already done, Kelly.
But I'm just also remember everyone's handles. It can be quite hard. So like putting it in a
putting it in a note section on your phone. And Triller is amazing. If you guys want to know how these amazing dance offs are done, it's the app Triller. I'm obsessed with it, absolutely obsessed with it, to the point that I want to do a Triller with my Recover and my Energize, and actually just all day long instead of doing any work.
Izzy's a bit late to the Triller party here.
I'm late to it, but there was a girl in the States, in Arizona, and I showed Kelly, I shared all her stuff because her Trillers were like just like insane, ridiculous.
Insane.
I want to get on this Triller train now.
I saw somebody in Run Wild, was it Run Wild Hustle and Shine? Or it might have been one of those. And she's like twerking, but like with her feet up against the wall. I was like, how the fuck have I done?
Oh God.
I was like, I've got to do that.
Oh my God.
And fail.
Right.
Writing everyone.
I think that's it. Unless anyone's got any other questions. And if you're scared or you're like, I don't know where to start, just message me, honestly. Like I'm always here to help. Let's do a boomerang before everyone starts leaving.
Oh no, yeah. I'm trying to get everyone's thing.
Christy, are you able to come on screen? You might not be able to, you might be with your little one. But if you are, please do so we can.
Is Jay gone?
Yeah, she's gone. Okay. Right. You're in a very dark place, Kelly. I can hardly see you, but anyway, never mind. Right. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Nice to see you all. Good luck with it. See you soon. Take care. Bye.